yesterday.
Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. And when the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone.
Welcome to Lights On. I am here with Christina Bennington, one of the stars of Bat Out of Hell. Hello, Christina.
Oh, hi.
Thanks
for having me.
Thank you. I was going to say thank you so much for taking out the time because I know you're incredibly busy. Cool. So we're in your dressing room.
Yes.
And we have some amazing pictures on the wall. Do you want to talk us through some of these?
Yes. I guess a lot of it is just the huge journey of the show. This was our first ever Sitzprobe in Manchester with the band. The first time we ever heard the band live, which was, mind blowing. That's a rehearsal. Our very first showing of any rehearsing we've done back in December 2016 in Clapham, which is crazy and terrifying. That's us doing a bit of Bat. And then on to our Canadian press night. It's been quite a journey. This is actually a real scar. I don't know if you can see that Andrew gave me on a press night card. He gave us all one in London. And
one of the ones that he wears in the show.
Yeah, he kept every single one of them that he last year, because they used to come off. They use a different material now, so it doesn't work the same. But yeah, you had hundreds of these.
Wow.
Silicon or whatever they are scars, and we all have one.
Is that like a weird collection, or do you think he thought about this well in advance?
I think he did think about it. He actually gave me a T-shirt with one on it, so I could have a scar like Strat, which obviously I've been wearing regularly. Thank you for that, Andrew. We have these incredible fans who either come from the school of we've been listening to this music for 40 plus years and it's finally back home where it was meant to be, because I don't know if everyone knows this, I'm sure you fans do, but this music was always intended to be part of a musical. It's not a jukebox show that we've thrown a story around. It was always Jim's dream and Jim's baby to have a Peter Pan, Romeo and Juliet inspired story with this music, and everything he's ever kind of written fits into this world because this is what he's always wanted. So yeah, it's very exciting.
What is the show about?
Oh, it's a crazy, epic, bombastic, dystopian future in which we find Raven on the eve of her 18th birthday, and she's spent her whole life locked up in a tower watching Strat and his gang of the lost who never age in the street. And she's kind of been closeted and frustrated and has always seen this sense of rebellion and fun and everything that she wants in life just out of her reach. And I guess what we come upon in the show is them finally meeting and the adventure that ensues from there.
Great. The show itself, you've been with it for how long now?
Just over a year.
Just over a year. Yeah. So you started on it whilst it was touring.
Yes.
And then it's come back into London. How have you found the different theatres, the different audiences, from the different cultures? How's that been to then coming back to London?
It's really exciting because I guess people say theatre is different every night, which is very true. And this show lands very differently with every single audience. But what is interesting is seeing the difference between a Manchester audience, a London and Toronto, what specifically speaks to them. For instance, some of the humour, I guess, might be more suited to a North American audience because it was written with them in mind. So things in Toronto that people find funny, maybe people didn't get as much in London, and it's just really interesting because everyone seems to equally be vocal and enjoy the show, but at different points, which is exciting. Yeah. But I think what's so amazing as a performer, I've never done something for this kind of length of time, not even close, especially playing a leading role, and it's amazing what you discover and how the character evolves over time. But I guess this show is vocally incredibly demanding. It's a bit of a marathon, and starting in Manchester with 8 shows a week, singing this large a score was extremely daunting and terrifying. And you're kind of just making it through every week and you get stronger and stronger and stronger. And what's cool is now I listen back to the cast album, which we recorded April last year, so a full year ago. And it's so funny feeling how much my voice itself has even grown. Yeah. And in size, and I've grown in confidence, and thanks to this amazing cast and creative team, I guess I'm more assured.
So going back to doing 8 shows a week, because like I said, it's so demanding on your voice. I don't even know how to ask this question, but how do you do it? How do you prepare to start doing a show which is this vocally demanding and sustain it constantly for a year now, and longer now?
It's a lot of technique. You have to really know what you're doing, and I guess the thing where technique really comes into its own is if you feel a little bit tired. It's easy to get through an 8 show week when you're feeling amazing. Once you start to feel a little tired, then that's when you rely on, okay, well, how do I modify? How do I do this, that, and the other? How do I get through it while getting stronger again and not getting more tired? And that's all just practice and getting to know your own voice and getting to know the show and what you need to do. I also just drink a lot of water and sleep a lot, and I really take care of myself, and exercise regularly.
No long night parties.
No, absolutely not.
No time for that.
No.
Anyway, let's go have a look, I think, around the set.
Yes, let's do it.
Maybe talk us through some of your favourite bits.
Oh.
Great, let's go down. Okay, so Christina, where are we now?
We are on our mountain in Obsidian. Not many people see, I guess, this perspective. And as you can see, the set goes right back up into the wing. And what's so amazing about John's set, actually, is that, I mean, we all have to be fairly athletic to do it. But you can climb on everything. It's like a real world. It's so high quality and so, like, permanent that this is really kind of like a real mountain on top of a real tunnel. And, you know, there's a real building over there and a real tower that we can all climb everything. So, I mean, the whole cast comes and uses this throughout the show, and it's pretty amazing.
So this is like proper, like, industrial strength.
Yeah,
so
it's like a real mountain.
It's mad, because when I came a few weeks ago and I sat up there, I saw this as it was still being put in, and I kind of just presumed that it was nothing more than, I mean, no offence, nothing more than like Happy Mash.
Yeah.
But this is full on, like,
Yeah.
this is insane.
I do a big bit in Crying Out Loud where I climb up on the tunnel and have a bit of a dance around here.
So you have to dance on here as well?
Yeah, which is a lot of fun. And I like roll around while Andrew's singing to me from down there. It's kind of fun that we get to explore so many different areas throughout the show. And during Anything for Love, the whole cast actually makes their way down the mountain, or the whole ensemble, which is pretty amazing.
Wow. So like, I'm honestly, I'm blown away by how huge this is.
Yeah.
And the attention to detail is incredible. Like, you even have names and all the...
Yeah.
Is there any sort of secret to who the names are?
I don't know. I think this bit, when we have like the tombstones or the details like the candles lit in Raven's room, it really reminds me of a Meat Loaf music video.
Yeah,
I think there's lots of nods to that kind of like glamorous, amazing world.
Wow. Let's go see more. Take me to more. Take me to more.
Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes.
Cool. So we're here in where are we? The
Wardrobe Village. This is the girls' quick change area.
Okay. Because the show, it has a massive ensemble. Do you know roughly how many?
Oh, 20, 25. I'm not sure. It's huge and it's amazing. We're so lucky that every single person in this show is extraordinarily talented. Our ensemble have such a massive ask. Every single night they have to sing backing vocals, which is a real Jim Steinman characteristic, in 18 songs in the show.
18?
So they're solidly singing for like the whole thing, plus running around here, quick changing at the same time into some amazing glittery costumes.
So cool.
As well as dancing full out.
Yeah, on the...
Yeah,
tunnel.
it's pretty incredible.
Can we see some of the costumes?
Yes, we can. I love this. This is Eve's, gorgeous Eve. This is her dead ringer little number, and look how it moves. It's so fun.
It's very subtle.
It is. Dead ringer. A lot of the dead ringer costumes here, which are really fun. They're super sparkly and glittery for what is essentially Stratton Raven's wedding reception. So everyone gets glammed up and dressed up in those.
And how many changes do you think they have throughout the whole show?
Oh, I'm not sure. Some people who are in the militia and everything as well, who, you know, you will never know that it's them in the militia, have something like 20 in the show. Yeah. But the costumes are just beautiful and they're so much fun, and it's really fun to be in, you know, a dystopian future world where kind of anything goes, costume-wise. You know, John's been inspired by different time periods, but what's so wonderful is in this dystopian world, it's like people have their own sense of style.
Yeah, I was
well,
going to say they're all so unique, aren't they?
Yeah.
All of them so
Each member of the Lost. And actually a lot of the ensemble have put their own input into their Lost characters, especially with makeup and, you know, what they think their character would wear and all that kind of thing, which I think is pretty cool.
All right, awesome. Okay, well, let's keep going around.
So we have a lot of amazing live video filming during the show, which is projected on some screens around the set, but it's also doubled in these TVs that we have. So you can see that image doubled here about 4 or 5 times if you're sitting down here. We've also got some cool prop details down here. You can see this sign, Caution Kids at Play, which is a lyric that Ledoux, played by Giovanni Spano, sings in Objects in the Rearview Mirror. We've also got the actual Meat Loaf Ballad of Hell album. So there's lots of really cool Easter eggs for fans down here, which is very exciting, and parts of broken guitar and what have you, all amongst our Hope Rock setting. We called this Hope Rock in rehearsals because I think Andrew just named it one day by accident. He misheard someone and it stuck, so it's called Hope Rock. So we're in Raven's room. These are some cool details added by John and Chris, our props guy. As you can see, we've got some Jim Steinman album covers, we've got a Meat Loaf poster, we've got Peter Pan, Joan Jett, and lots of stuff that Raven's into. I've also got some cool magazines
Oh, no way.
with my face on them, which is fun. And also her strap, which is pretty cool. This is Raven's balcony, and it's a pretty cool perspective of the audience on the set if you want to come out and have a look. And during the opening sequence in Rev, there's actually a camera over there that films myself and Sharon when we come out onto this balcony and projects it onto this screen. It's all very high tech here at Bat Musical. This is our beautiful Dominion Theatre where we are doing the show, and we're booking until October at the minute, which is incredibly exciting. And you can come and sit right here and see this amazing set. My favourite bit actually is the girders that come out in the way that it looks like it's reaching out and grabbing you in.